Also, I word casting. I consider myself as a word caster, WARD, and essentially it's what we say and what we do from spelling something out. These are spells.
Yes.
I feel that you are aware of these situations. So whenever you say these things, it becomes a spell. It's a type of curse word, like from cursing, when you curse somebody, it's all intertwined in that kind of situation. And so being intentional and being careful of the things that we say can definitely go a long way on how we perceive the world around us, because we can only perceive the world around us based upon the words, the spells that we have in our own perceptions. So having different languages or learning different languages or enjoying and being open-minded to multiple different things will definitely help elevate your perception and to see certain things in a different way, just being open in general. I've heard a quote somewhere that says, um, miracles means that you are open to anything. And so that's what a miracle is. If someone say, hey, what's a miracle? It means that you're open to anything. You know, it's not necessarily something that is divine. It's just you're open to anything and everything.
Right.
So word casting, I think that's very important.
100%. And I'm super happy that you touched on that, because in Western society, and I mean really society in general, that type of stuff is overlooked and quite frankly never talked about. And when whatever words that you had to say and you put out there, whatever spells that you cast, the subconscious mind has no idea whether you're talking to someone else or you're talking to yourself.
Yes.
So if when you're putting that negative energy out there, it's coming back at you. And so you really,
Yes.
like you mentioned, have to be intentional about the words that you say, because you can be doing so much more harm to yourself than what
Yeah.
you already or consciously are aware of.
Yes, and I feel like it's all a program of society, like the domestication of it,
Yeah.
to essentially put the general public in a very sheep-minded mentality in a way. I'm not saying that sheep are bad. Sheep are beautiful creatures,
They
but
are.
just for the metaphor
Right.
itself, for the lack of better words, sheep mentality creates that kind of awareness, and they inject these things into us for us to downplay our divinity. Words like trying. That word trying means that you're going to put some effort, but there's failure being implemented in that because you're trying, instead of doing, like what Yoda said, do or do not, there is no try. That
100%.
pretty wise.
Dude, there's a
Things
lot
of
of
that
truth
nature.
bombs that Yoda has.
I know. Yoda's pretty dope. Also, the word hope recently, I just got that into my vocabulary because hope essentially entails a type of future. Like I hope for X, Y, and Z. There's a dimension in that word that creates, well, we're hoping for it. It didn't happen. Well, I mean, it was a good hope. We were just hoping for it. Instead of intentionally creating and vibrating and matching that word that you're casting.
100%.
You feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. And then, to take it even, or, to piggyback off that, when you're manifesting something into your life, people need to realize that all you have to do is intentionally put your will out there, declare that you're going to do something or you're going to have something, and then it's going to be yours. That's that simple. And you have to let go of that attachment of whatever it is that you want. Because as soon as you put that on a pedestal, the further you separate yourself from whatever goal that it is that you're working towards. So there's a lot of
Exactly.
great and wonderful insight right there